Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of our Lion Fight Zoom chats. We are joined, of course, by Justin Kwan at the control panel and our expert ringside analyst, Nathan Corbett. Nathan, we have a special guest this week and a guy you're very familiar with. It is multiple nicknamed Big City or Bazooka Joe Stripling, who will be in the Lion Fight North American Heavyweight title tournament beginning on March 12th. The two semifinals will go on March 12th. Joe Stripling will face Terrence Hodges that night. And Joe, welcome to our little Zoom chat. And let's get things rolling with your thoughts on fighting a younger guy, probably a little bit faster than you, but probably not quite as talented as you overall in Muay Thai. Like, I know you gave me a dirty look already because I'm just saying he's fastest because you're not you're a guy that brings a lot of different things to the table. Let's say. So why don't you talk about the pending matchup against Terrence Hodges?
All right, well, guys, thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys having me on today. Terrence is actually really explosive and really good. I was going to fight him in another organization about 2 years ago when we got back from Thailand. The commission didn't happen. I was taking the fight on 5 days' notice. So we never got to really fight. So I never really got to watch any tape on him. But truthfully, in this camp, I don't watch tape this time either. I let my coaches do that this time. And I just focused on myself and getting that quarantine weight down and make myself be as fast and as strong as possible and keep my technique as good as I need it to be.
Go ahead, Nathan. I know that you wanted to ask Joe a couple things.
Well, firstly, it's good to see the big man on the screen. Of course, big fan since the first outing we got to see a few years ago against Cody East, one of our other tournament participants. 5-round battle that was, showed complete heart. And of course, the recent fight that was probably, I guess, recent in the sense that we haven't had you on for a long time because of COVID, but the big fight up there at Foxwoods where he come out swinging, he come out chopping hard, and you just weathered the storm and then just come back and finished him off. So always a big fan of yours, Joe. So it's exciting to have you back on. You said about COVID, the COVID weight, managing that. I guess 265 is the cutoff, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 265.
Yeah.
As a cutoff, there's a cutoff. But the problem is when you're not training, your gym shut down. Like we're in the Northeast, so a lot of gyms are shut down for such a long time, and just hanging out with your kids and going for walks isn't the same as getting a workout in, and not being able to go to a gym. Like the weight got a little bit higher than I thought it was going to happen. But truthfully, once Scott called me and said, "Hey, we have a fight lining up for you," it started mentally getting there and started training correctly and little by little. And I feel great now. I feel honestly, I probably feel the best I've felt in a long time, having a legit rest and not burning my body out. And I did everything the correct way. So, I mean, I feel good. I feel ready, and I'm excited, man. Terrence is explosive. I'm ready for him to come out and try to throw flying knees and all this fun stuff. And I'm going to weather the storm like I always do. And then maybe second, third round, finish the fight with an elbow.
Well, I guess that's always been the case with you. People can look at your body type, carrying a little bit extra weight every time and think, okay, what's this guy gonna got? But as as you get in there, you start banging and chopping, and you have so much, experience with your Thai technique. You don't go crazy. You really stick to what it is, Muay Thai. Of course, like you said, this is an elbow sport. It's not a kickboxing game. It's an elbow. It's Muay Thai. It's all of those things. So I feel like coming back, into the ring, of course, for you, first time on UFC Fight Pass, you're going to lift to that extra level because. And how do you afraid about getting through that fight? Are you wanting to have a rematch with Cody, or would you rather fight Warren if you have the opportunity to get there?
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm excited for being on UFC Fight Pass. Truthfully, that's a huge stage for any combat sport. And for Muay Thai to actually be on it, I know they used to have Absolute Muay Thai from Thailand, the guys would just commentate over, but it wasn't the same as having a live line fight on during the time. So this is huge for me. Like I never made it in MMA. It was never my thing. Muay Thai was always my thing. So to be on that level of like a UFC on their fight pass is huge. Like you want to showcase good Muay Thai. Like I don't if I go 5 rounds and I show good Muay Thai, I'm super proud of myself. You know, like obviously I'm a big guy. Putting line fight having heavyweights do Muay Thai is amazing because there was no opportunities for us for such a long time. That finally now there is like it's huge, and having like Warren Thompson on the card, who's a veteran of multiple different organizations, who's a savage, who I actually reached out to and was like, hey man, line fights having some heavyweights. Why don't you try and jump on there? Like I just love the dude. He's a really nice guy. He's a personable guy. Terrence is another dude from that same area who wants to fight. Like, and he's coming over from kickboxing or MMA, whatever. And then Cody East, obviously, we had a 5 round barn burner, and I, whatever. It is what it is at the time, but I have good cardio for being a big boy. You know what I mean? I don't have a ton of muscles, so muscles make you tired. You need more oxygen. Being fat and rubbing your belly gets you air, lets you breathe. Lets the fans realize I can have a beer with you afterwards and not worry about what I look like the next day. You know, like you can't make this out of Twisted Tea and sex appeal. You know what I mean? You got to be nice and relaxed and have a good time.
Well, that's definitely the truth there. You do have a big bank, big cardio bank, and you've always been a fan of Muay Thai and an advocate for Muay Thai, which is always, such a respectful thing to do, is to really promote that Muay Thai, just like you do when you're training and coaching, and you're always honoring your teachers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, I know, I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but like having Nathan Corbett as a commentator for Line Fight is huge. Like people that don't know Muay Thai, like this man right here is the reason why I started Muay Thai. I was fighting MMA and I was like, oh, let me look up some YouTube videos before a fight. And this dude's highlight came up and I just stopped doing MMA altogether. I called my trainer, my Muay Thai coach, and was like, yeah, we need to just focus on Muay Thai. And for MMA fights, I was only doing Muay Thai pad work and Muay Thai striking. I wasn't even doing wrestling. Wasn't doing jujitsu. I didn't care about that stuff. Nice. It was all about learning a perfect art of Muay Thai for me. And like, that's my I found it. Like I found what I was supposed to do in this world. Like I'm supposed to teach, I'm supposed to fight. 2 things. That's it. And that's all I'm good at, other than take care of my son, like obviously, but like, and my family. But I love Muay Thai, man. That's everything to me. So having this happen for me right now, especially in like going towards the end of my career, like I'm 37. The guys I'm going to be fighting now are going to be like 28, 29 years old. I don't have a ton of time left. I'm going to get this now, win this title, defend it a few times. I'd be like, hey, I'm the best in the world. Who wants to step up? And then I'll retire.
Yeah, and well, firstly, I'll start off with thank you. I appreciate the massive respect, and it warms my heart to know that I inspired people without knowing in those days to turn to Muay Thai. It's exciting because as a heavier guy as well in my Muay Thai career, it wasn't as big as the lighter divisions, but it's a dominant position. I love the fact that these heavyweights now can fight Muay Thai. A lot of people run away from the elbows. They're all scared of the elbows, like all the kickboxers. They're all afraid of elbows. But this is where it's at. Muay Thai heavyweights with elbows. This is as bad as it gets. So just to finish off there, Joe, I just want to know one thing. And obviously, it's your vision is to get to the final, win the final. If you could call any one of those 2 opponents, would you like that rematch with Cody, even though you won the fight anyway, or would you love the opportunity to fight, like you said, a big name like Warren, who's been in multiple organizations?
Man, I don't like to call my shot. Like obviously, I think I'm a KO fighter. I go for the knockout. So. Yeah. If I win this first fight, when I win this first fight by knockout somehow, whoever I fight in the finals is great. I would love the rematch with Cody just because I think I won that first fight. Yes, he won with boxing, but that's not Muay Thai. Like I was pressuring, I was elbowing, I was kicking, I was kneeing, I was dumping him, I was clinching him. Whatever, it is what it is. I lost. It's okay. I'm glad I lost early in my career, not later. But Warren Thompson, man, that guy's just such a nice guy. Like, I feel like we would just put on a savage barn burner and it would be like on ESPN top 10, like, look at these 2 ginormous dudes beating the crap out of each other with elbows and trying to finish each other the whole time. So either guy for me would be a blessing in disguise. Being able to fight for line fight is a huge opportunity, and I appreciate you guys for letting me do this. Having Nathan Corbett commentate, like Scott Zerf, Scott Kent, like everyone behind the scenes is such a nice people that it makes you want to be even more energized about line fight. I mean,
Well,
it
that's
is what
awesome.
it is, man. I love it, dude. I love it.
That's great. Well, I think a story with you rematching would be a good one against Cody East, of course. But like you said, whatever comes, you're a knockout fighter. Whoever they put in front of you, they're going to go down. So thank you so much for your time today. We're looking forward to seeing you in a few weeks in action. And until then, just keep smashing, brother. Just keep smashing.
Yes,
Joe,
sir,
I
guys.
was going to ask you before you go too.
Sorry.
I was going to ask you before you go too. So, what is first on the menu? I know you enjoy your food, and as do all of us. But what's first on the menu after or if you win against Terrence?
So as a vegetarian, I don't eat meat, but I haven't had pizza in probably like almost 3 months. Like just like cutting out like the crappy foods, and it's like, I mean, we had pizza every Friday night because my son is goes to Catholic school and there's no meat on Fridays, right? So pizza was on Friday night thing, but I haven't had pizza in forever. So maybe a slice of pizza and definitely 100% a couple of beers and a couple of shots of tequila. So I'm in.
I thought maybe there might be a Philly cheesesteak waiting for you when you got home, but no. Okay. All right.
We got a vegetarian panda here.
Yeah, it's true, man. As a vegetarian, people always look at me. They're like, "You're so big. How are you vegetarian?" I'm like, "We eat a lot of carbs, man. We eat a lot of natural fats. You're just going to be bigger." Like, I feel great. My recovery feels great, so it's good. But like not having beer, guys, let me tell you, it's horrible. Not having a beer in like 3 months, whew, boy, it's tough. Christmas time, no beer? What? I can't wait. Just wait. After the fight, when I win, I'm gonna have a couple beers with everybody, and we're gonna party all night long. Let's go.
I heard the story that allegedly Nathan is buying the first round.
Absolutely,
if that happens. So.
That's all right. Hey, I'll buy a round. I'm down to buy a couple rounds. Let's all have a good time afterwards and celebrate good Muay Thai in America. You know what I mean?
You get the KO. I'll buy the first round. No problem.
Done. I'm in.
Hey guys, this is really great. Joe, always appreciate your time.
Anytime,
March 12th
guys.
on UFC Fight Pass, Line Fight 63, the heavyweight North American title tournament. Joe Stripling, part of that. Thanks for your time, Joe, and we will see you very soon.
You guys, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you March 12th.